I will take your suggestion, as I have been advised. And I will go call in that serial number. Otherwise, um, otherwise, serial number is probably important.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Why is this red? I thought I did this.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Oh, okay. I guess I can't read what's on my jacket.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Serial number.
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50.100.10000.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Wonderful. The Lazarus.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
I need that. Whatever it is.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
People are worried.
Oh, it's you. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
Oh.
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
Oh.
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me. Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do.
Oh. I guess, heart attack?
And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Oh, that's not
Even
worry
better.
about.
Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life.
Someone broke my heart.
Look, pal, getting pumped and dumped is not a disease. People live through it all the time. You should be happy for her.
Oh, yeah, info about the X.
You must have me confused for a close personal friend. I am not. I am a medical professional with a constant idiot emergency on my hands.
Nick Gottlieb, he gets another credit for good voice acting.
You hear someone whine in the background. My eye, Doc, my eye.
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
Yes.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime.
Oh, I must be a rock star.
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
Oh, poor
It's
guy.
not fucking cryoacrylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Cyanoacrylate is superglue.
Dumbass.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I could call the civilian, but I think I'll do that later.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Splendid, splendid. How many points do I have? 3. Okay, let's see what I can do with. Oh, it's here, the map. What can I do with? What white checks can I do? I can retry the Tommy Laham. I guess I could try it.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Ooh, Yeah. Let me put on my conceptualization gear. Conceptualization. Yes.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Your best verse. You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
Damn it.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
Oh.
That's,
In the name of God, what are you doing?
It's a poem.
Yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but... Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
I don't.
He's not lying. He liked the end.
Huh.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping.
Yeah, help
We have a
me.
murder investigation to return to. How about we do that?
I failed to win. Oh. Maybe I won't try that again. I think I need more thoughts because my Elysium-based life form, meh. I don't want to commit to it right now. I got shit to do. Like, the door. Opening the door. Oh wait, this is the wrong way. Let's see. Notes. This is the morning. She's still there. Curious. The main changes of the day was that the water lock should be open now. Maybe I'll check that out later. But I want to see the basement. Let's. Oh, what's
This
in there?
must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
That is the death odor.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in. Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about. If the Merc Tribunal happens before we solve this, we are looking at casualties. What's one unlocked door compared to that?
That's the truth.
On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it. Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this.
I think I will open it just because I want to know what's in there.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. There's nothing else to do than to leave and tell Everard. No conceivable reason for you to intrude on the premises. There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, there might.
There might.
As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
Well, what you talking
Master investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
Yes, yeah.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
The Jamrock Shuffle. -1, spirit decor, confusing behavior. By now, it's clear you like to look inside containers. You like to open doors and see what's behind them. Maybe secrets? Maybe more juicy containers? Let's be honest, you like all containers. Trash cans, utensil trays, manholes, coat pockets, secret containers left behind by Philippian kings that hold forbidden relics. Okay, you haven't come across one of those yet, but one day... Wait, is that why you're so hell-bent on opening containers? Do you think you'll find the Holy Scepter or the Orbe de Montague? That's not how you say that. You know, I could probably do away with Lonesome Way Home. Because, specifically perception... I mean... I don't want to take speed, so I think I will do away with Lonesome Way Home. Perception. Perception is good, but I've been perceiving a lot of things already, so I haven't improved it at all, so 1 point shouldn't make that much difference. Give me the Jamrock Shuffle. The smell of disinfectant is in the room. It smells like
A row of mugs
chemicals.
sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
This is the racist mug man?
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn.
These are racist
It
mugs.
looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath, he's just making fun of these people. You ain't gonna change someone's mind by calling them a bastard. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Well, yes, the mug. It'll finally be useful.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Indeed.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
Us cops love breaking and entering. It's the only way we can get anything done.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here. A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one
Darn, I thought there was
depicts a
something
human
behind the
figure.
mugs.
A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A little, there's something, it looks like the artist is celebrating. You ain't the lieutenant.
I'm beginning to feel...
Darn. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. Interstellary dress shirt. Pressed and spotless, gleaming white shirt. The kind that serious men wear at serious interstellary offices. Not yet piss-soaked or cum-stained. Pre-disco. A flag? You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
The suzerainty? This guy must be a nationalist.
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
That is honestly a really neat. I wonder if that kind of thing happens in real life. I'd love to see that.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing. The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
What's he writing about? A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. Oh, wait. Oh, it's in his room. Free magnesium. A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over?
A row of mugs.
Eerie. That's waiting. I think it is Wednesday now. Where was it that, done? I guess I'll go back to what's his face? I'll go back to Everard and ask him about the weasel. What? What does it sound? Maybe it's the street light. While I'm over here, I am missing a morale point, so I'll equip my empathy gear and fail the empathy check again.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Man, nothing's troubling me. Just the usual Lorman tropes and hopes. The road and the rhymes. This jam ain't helping either.
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn, it really is hard to talk, man to man.
Ah, well, good shot. Good try. Everett. I gotta keep my eyes on the ball. After I talk to Everett, I can go talk to Measurehead and get the body down. yeah, since it's day 3, maybe I have an extra bonus.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Well, rhetoric. Oh well. Evrot, I have come to report.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Thank you.
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
He tried to intercept Kim's play.
Exactly the kind of fascist memorabilia I was expecting. Weasel probably prays to it every night for the downfall of the Union.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Everett's promises don't often go very far.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me.
Grabs his head with both hands. Whoa!
I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Sure.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he
Okay.
does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
He imitates bashing something with an imaginary baton.
Would he? I'm not so sure about it.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
Flat caps.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
Yes.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
Well, at least one of them knows how to do that.
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
Did I really need medium composure for that? If my composure was worse, I would have just totally ignored him, like, use the sounds, go like... That would be perception, wouldn't it?
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa. You name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
The Senorita Pineapple Company? Are we sure that isn't just a banana republic?
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
I don't know if they really want to turn Revachol into a third world slum, but They will probably kill the Union.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
So funny, actually.
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Yeah.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize
He needs
is,
to
we
respond to
dock
Kim more.
workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
The whole neighborhood killed him.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people,
Hardy.
ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base. There's a militant wing inside the Union, a group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
The Hardy Boys.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
Whoops.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
He did not say that.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martin A's boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Doesn't even know her name.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway,
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
Yeah, I love Everett's voice, but he doesn't sound very impassioned all the time. He sounds really goofy. And that's nice. And he is pretty goofy, but like he just slammed his fist on the desk and his tone of voice didn't like change at all.
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
Oh, yeah. Although maybe the fact this tone of voice never seems to change is indicative of how difficult it is for drama to read him. Sediment, what a name for a mercenary company, huh?
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
Well, rebranding. We already know, I think it was Krenel. We already know Krenel likes to rebrand. I think they were down well.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes. Of course, you're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
Do I tell him about the tribunal? If I tell him about the tribunal, he'll definitely tell the Hardy Boys, and I kind of need the Hardy Boys. He'll send them away again, or do some kind of protective measure. He's going to protect his organization, which is good because I don't want people to die, but it will also seriously impact my investigation, which, if completed fast enough, will likely also stop the casualties. So... I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for it, just because if it throws a wrench in the works, screw it. I can load saves. I can replay this bit. But I could probably still work it out.
Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that.
Damn it.
I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
Oh, unless he could use it as bargaining power against the Union? I mean, against Wild Pines?
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the Tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly.
He wants you to do more things for him before.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary Union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members.
I do kind of appreciate how middle-aged so many of the characters are. I suppose that's just how life is, but, you know, in a lot of... You don't often... it feels like everyone's either super elderly or a youth in most other media, you know?
Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Theo.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in
I would
mind.
say the second in command is probably Shanky, since he's the most vocal, or that Theo guy.
Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Can you tell them to cooperate?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk. Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Why is he trying to bribe me again? If I have 5 real, I could pay for another day of staying. I'll take it.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions?
I'm sorry.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun.
Okay, he wants me to do more
But
shit for him.
it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
You're... I'm more left than you.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is, company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martin A's, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martin A's. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Yeah, where is
On
it?
the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
Cavalry boots? Ooh.
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you? Yeah, is he
Am
sure?
I? Harry, these people, Martin A's is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martin A's, not just the harbour.
I already unlocked the weasel door. What? He wants me to build. Wants signatures. Ask who. Oh, I thought it would be me and Kim's signatures. I guess I will.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you.
I don't like where this is going.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I heard there was some trouble with the water lock, but it should be fixed now. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Oh, should I tell him about the drug trade? I mean, he probably knew about it. I don't know. I'll talk to him later.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
What is this thing? A white envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right corner, handed to you by Everard Clare. Inside are some legal documents with 2 names printed on them, Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. Both signatures are required. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this. Why is he? Because I know the village across the way is, like, pretty ratty. I mean, I don't think there's really that many people living there. But I'm not sure that youth center is going to be all that successful either, so... Whatever. Let's go. Let's get this body investigated.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Yeah.
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
Yeah.
There's a but. But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
He doesn't know what a Saolite is? Or... whatever is... I think he was half Sail, half from Sail. I'm pretty sure that's what Kim said.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
His walking animation's kind of goofy.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something? Look at him. His craniometric perfection. Are you cops or what?
Yes, we're the law.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Is he punching the tree down?
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everett's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
Spoken by a mercenary pretending to be a worker.
How he does this, like, that's hypocritical, brother. Yes, I am unbelievably corrupt. I am corrupt at all times, forever.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Measurehead is back. I must say, besides his, like, he is extremely muscular and whatnot.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
Sure.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Okay, can't go over there still. That is true. I have been duped into making my my political standings here evident. But it should be fine. I mean, we're gonna make strides in the investigation now that I have the body. God, what did he do to the tree, though? Holy shit, he just broke... Oh my... What? What? What happened?
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Great.
By the way, kipped is a racial slur.
I knew it.
You need to act decisively. It's Kuno. Use Kuno words.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Can't tell Kuno what words to use. Fucking kipped. Fuck you. Kuno says kipped if he wants to. Kuno's dad says kipped all the time. Kipped's a cool word.
Kipped, kippity, kippity,
Stop being racist! Stop being
It's
racist!
like a little engine has come alive on the other side of the fence. An engine that only says kipped.
These guys really are like 6th graders, huh?
Kipped. Alright. Shut it down, see. The cunt has business to do. Kuno doesn't fuck.
Okay, bro.
The Jamrock Shuffle.
Ooh.
In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets.
It is like
As
France.
children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows, maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
Cocaine skull. Find better loot in locked containers. Huh. Maybe more money? Huh. Well...
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
It's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Yeah, I think he's missing one of his hands, but all things considered, it wasn't terrible. He's not mangled.
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Don't we have someone else?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
Oh, I wonder what rank I am.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. I'm gone.
Ooh, yeah. I wasn't expecting that to work, huh?
Into the wild pale yonder. In the past, way out in the west.
Oh, there's some words missing.
I'm a joke. Look at me.
Interesting how his portrait stays the same.
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead, Coppo. What do you mean?
I'm talking to the dead guy.
It's the power of your imagination.
Woo!
Go ahead. Ask me more questions.
We love
You
imagination.
fucking love questions. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Hell yeah.
Coming right up, Rooney. This is getting upbeat now. Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Oh, I actually know what my name is this time.
No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
I wonder, since Inland Empire is like my imagination, I wonder if every single time I'm doing some like if I'm talking something with my imagination, is it gonna be demeaning me?
Because you have loved it, me and Brother Copo. It was love all along.
It was. Definitely.
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this? Looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder? You're a lying sack of shit, Coppo. You're doing this because there is nothing else to do. Everything else is over. It's just me now.
A little.
Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
Hit him with the facts.
You sure I got out of that one, Coppellini. Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
He didn't say that. Must be a weird holdover from the original version. You can come back.
You can come back and look into this face anytime you want. Humor yourself with my harlequin features. Ask your little questions. Freshen your memory. Create associations. Remind yourself of your mortality, Copolopo.
I'm not. Good thing he's dead and he's not gonna talk.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea. You must have me confused with the Copperpedia. You, sir, you are the Copperpedia.
Harry Dubois is not his name. It's Coppopedia now.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity. I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes? That's right.
Yes, the Ledger win.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
11 parts.
That's you.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
Coroner case number
KK57-0803.0 0815.
I'm surprised he remembers all that.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene.
Oh.
He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
HDB 41 0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone?
Logic, what?
10:15. It's understated.
$10.15. If you say so.
Good. Let's go with that. We've heard the nom de guerre. Lely. It's better than nothing. Write it down. What's next? Date of birth?
No idea.
NA. Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
About 42.
He nods.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Fucky!
Okay, maybe I do want to punch your lights out.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Like, Kuno and Kuno S have made this a text adventure challenge game. I must click 2.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of birth.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
HDB 41 0803.1015 listens motionless with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Okay, yeah.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then,
we should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
What does he look like?
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
When I do want to fulfill that quest.
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Yes. I will omit
the
boots.
boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos.
Feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Wonder why the camera matters.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing.
I want to look into... I'm going to look into how tall that is. 1.8 meters in feet. I mean, it's probably like 6 foot something, ain't it?
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Gently.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a rag doll's head.
Never mind, he's only, oh damn, hair still fell out. But, he's actually about 5'10", almost 5'11". Shorter than I thought.
There must be brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with oil.
Keep petting.
More hair sticks to the glove. Hair off the rain-soaked head of a dead man. There are bumps and dips on the skull below. An alien landscape. For a fraction of a second you feel something. An irregularity. But then it's gone. Too minute to register in your mind.
But yet at my hands, they know.
What was what? Brilliantine. There's brilliantine in his hair.
Ah, okay.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Predation.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, I
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Oh. It's physical
The
instrument.
belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there, steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Thank you, interfacing.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
Yeah, fuck him! Fuck that faggoty! Corpse fucking time!
Oh, no.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
Damn it.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Good point. And I'm getting to the corpse in capital eventually.
Here.
He hands you the chain cutter's back and then kneels close to the body, running his finger along the dark red groove until he comes to a gap.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
The tree.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No! Let's get up and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Not looking at them.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
He was absolutely war-torn individual.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
Yeah.
Last item. Hands.
I'll let him do it.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral
What
of
would
this
that be?
story.
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood
I
supply.
think that may well be the moral of every story, officer. Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Black and viscous.
You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
It's his neck! Shut up!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Looking
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Alright.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why not?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust.
Hepato means liver, and biliary, the gallbladder and bile ducts.
An expert.
Nothing in your alcohol-soaked memory directs to having forensic expertise on either one.
That's a part of the body examination, but a challenge all its own. I'm
Neither
not.
am I. That's it.
Alright.
Same for toxicology and serology, NA. Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
Toxicology.
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we can do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Okay.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Hypostasis, that's like the blood's...
Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
That's, yep.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
A description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Just in case.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
I can look at everything.
Oh, so we inflicted them?
I have inflicted.
Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the waters.
Very muddy waters. They're full of poop.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Oh, non-fatal. Non-fatal. It was just birds and stuff.
Agreed. Next injury?
The contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
The perpetrator.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal.
Right. Next.
4th injury field?
Nothing. Just in case.
Turn the page back.
The corpse lay slouched to the side, oblivious to its surroundings. The field autopsy form describes his state in 3 parts.
Injuries.
All
Injuries.
right. Bite marks, contusions on head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
Okay, yeah, ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
He's hung, I guess.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
About the hanging? Like, the strangulate, the ligaments? Huh. I gotta think about it. It's telling me to think about it. Ironically, reaction speed is telling me to take my time. There's a lot of weird here. There's a lot of weird because this is a highly trained mercenary who was apparently in full armor. He got taken out by 7 unarmed guys. Maybe 8 unarmed guys. I don't buy it. I mean, he could have. I mean, yeah, maybe he was drunk. He might have been drunk, but ultimately, I don't think it's. He should have been armed too. I don't think it's. I honestly have no idea if he. I don't think he got. I don't think he was just strangled. There must be something more here, because he didn't claw. He didn't fight after he got marched out here. If he was carrying Angus, or if Fat Angus was carrying him, then like him with the clothes and the armor must have been like extraordinarily heavy. That's why his stuff is so deep. But maybe they could have knocked him out. But the only bruises we have, if they knocked him out, then the only bruises from that we have are the rocks. So if they didn't punch him to get through his like plated ceramic armor, and they didn't lead him out here himself, then how did he get in the tree completely defenseless and just die? I don't think the hanging was post-mortem.
A column of cold air encircles you, rising slowly upward in the shape of a courtyard, bordered by cracked plaster, windows, seagulls perched on air conditioning units. A small green enclosure in the middle of a corral of tenements. Cape-side apartments, whirling in rags, and the fortress wall of Terminal B. Above it, a thin blanket of coastal stratus clouds. Higher yet, coalition airships guard over the 21 cordons of the zone of control. The air is crisscrossed with radio transmissions. The hair on your neck rises.
Thank you, Shivers.
You will.
The city! The city speaks to me! Oh! The ground trembles, the air rises to meet my pen as I say he didn't die from the strangling. Thank you, Shivers. You are my greatest asset.
Why do you say that? Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
Why weren't his hands tied? Sure.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being.
How will I pay for the traffic light?
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How did it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Splendid.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Oh, he looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Perception. I wish I didn't say whatever that rushing thing was. Is there something messing with my perception? I feel like it should be higher than that. No, nothing's messing with my perception. Can I get a boost to my perception? Oh, that's minus. Visual calculus. No? Okay. Well, I guess I'll
The
give it a
man
go.
is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Let's see. Oh.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
It's just... there has to be some reason.
Do you think we missed something?
Yes.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast. Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Why, yes, there was. It was massive. Red eyes glowing in the dark.
Now,
I knew it.
detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over. Let's move.
Yeah.
With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Definitely. But I've been going on for a bit too long now, so I will be right back. Bye.